Hello, I am the cartoonist M. Rashid. Today's cartoon was inspired by uh, I saw a series of social media posts where there's these African immigrant reporters putting a microphone in the actor Denzel Washington's face, trying to pressure him, hard sell him into sponsoring, mentoring this uh, black immigrant. I think he's a comedian actor who's doing an impression of him a lot, and they're trying to get Denzel to take him under his wing and use his platform to elevate this immigrant. And it didn't, I was noticing it before, but I focused in when one of the ADOS activists mentioned that he has his own kids. Some of them, aspiring and actors, building actors that he can devote that attention to. Stop trying to use the Black American as your mule for your come up. There's enough, especially in the last 3 or 4 years of the rise of the hashtag ADOS movement, of seeing the the black immigrants attacking the Black Americans' efforts to politically enfranchise, so we can receive our due, receive our reparations, and become economically included. We're waking up. That's what the ADOS movement represents. The ultimate wokeness of the modern times, of the Black American realizing what has happened to us from the bamboozle of integration and politically unifying in the direction and with the focus and intensity that we need. Like, this is happening in real time. And we're the group, especially like I'm Generation X, especially me as Generation X, who grew up being told about flat blackness and skin color black unity and Pan-Africanism. I grew up on that stuff. I'm from Detroit. I grew up with the Inner City Sub Center and Operation Get Down and like the youth centers that were the children of the Black Panther Party movements. And like, I grew up with that understanding that this is what we need to do, quote unquote, as a people, under race. And as the woefulest bottom cast of my country, who's been the most abused, the most exploited, when I wake up to, hey, I shouldn't have dropped the baton that MLK left off with. The ADOS movement represents picking that baton back up and getting back on that path. We said we're coming to get our check. Remember? Well, we're here now. That's ADOS. So once we wake up to that and we're like, okay, now we need bodies, we need the rest of our ethnic group to get on board. Instead of celebrating our new consciousness, our diaspora kinfolk, skinfolk, attack us on behalf of white supremacy. They immediately go and attack and start saying we're Russian bots and all that stuff, and reveal themselves for who they are in the doing. So, not a good look. So you chasing after our actor, trying to get him to be the mule for one of your folk. He has his own kids to mentor. And how dare you? Not a good look. So while they're out the side of their neck preaching Pan-Africanism and Black unity still, their actions show something different. They want us to remain disenfranchised so that, like all other immigrants, they can exploit us for their own political come-ups. Nothing else. The difference between them and the others is that they wear my face as black people. So to talk that trash, they've already conditioned me as Generation X that blackness is really a virtue, and they've conditioned me, so I have to like fight out of a deep sleep, from being indoctrinated with that trash for the last 50 years. Wake now. ADOS is here. What we need to do is become a solid special interest political group of our own and join all the other special interest political groups to work the system in our best interest the way they all do. They don't want that. The number one tool of, as Chappelle calls it, the age of spin, the number one tool of the second Gilded Age is monopoly, which means a war against competition. They want to hoard all that's good just for themselves. That's the white racist aristocracy and his loyal POC BIPOC lackeys. They just want to hoard all that's good, and they see me as the bottom cast. They don't want me to join them on those platforms. They don't want ADOS to compete with them equally, and for what's most relevant, be in the position I am owed to be in as the one who built this country. I'm supposed to be the protected class, the protected class above all others. That's what I'm supposed to be. And they know this, and their rhetoric and hatred, and I just mentioned Chappelle, but you remember his special where he's like reading off of Donald Goen's book, about the mind games you have to play with people who are valuable. If you don't want them to realize their value, you have to I'm not going to cuss, but mind F them. You know what I mean? You have to indoctrinate them and treat them bad and abuse them psychologically, and that's how the aristocracy and his loyal lackeys behave towards me. Complete disrespect. I want to answer a core question I saw this morning that was it was asking what's it looks suspicious, the reason why they're asking it, but I want to take it by face value and ask it straight because it's important to. I can pull some cartoons from it. But the question is asking something along the lines of, what is the morality, good versus evil, inside of the master-slave relationship? What is the good versus evil, good, bad dynamic there between the master and the slave? And the obvious answer is that one is subjugating the will of the other. That's evil. The one God made us and gifted us all with free will. Anyone trying to impose their will upon mine is wrong. And anything that looks that way, the one God said he judges us only on our righteousness. Compete with each other in righteousness. Who is the most righteous among us? That's how we will be judged by the one God. He doesn't care about the earthly differences between us. That means nothing to him. So for us, knowing that only righteousness is what matters most, that's high level. So if you're imposing your will, creating a system in which your whiteness identity is above other people, you created a system in which those with the most wealth are above others. That's wrong. That's evil. That's fundamentally evil. You're imposing your will based on things that do not matter, instead of using your power and wealth to mix society so that put checks in place so that we can all be okay, you're okay with a hoarding monopoly of an aristocracy that looks down on others and forces others down so that they can like be subjugated to you so you can exploit them easier. That's evil, and anything that looks like it is evil. Anything even remotely looking like that is evil. We have built into our ages old, eons old traditions, those kind of hierarchies where it's like this particular gender is above that gender. It's wrong. It's wrong to be that way. The one God says only your righteousness matters. That's all that matters. The best among you are those who are the most righteous. The one God says that, and we're not aligning our human systems to that truth, we are all wrong. Period. I know I went on a tangent with that, but leave Denzel alone. By extension, leave my people alone. Peace.